After a bit of walking around, we eventually find a large store that sells all of the things we need. Once we go in, everyone almost immediately separates. Kei-kun goes towards the tennis gear, Shuichi peruses the volleyball section, and Jun just walks around aimlessly. Since I'm not particularly fussy about what to buy, I just find a shoe I like, take it to the front counter, and I'm done in less than 3 minutes. It's not like I'm buying a newer model either way. I'm just buying the exact same as my last one, because it's a bit spent. Unfortunately, the other 3 don't seem anywhere close to finishing up their business. Or in the case of Jun, finish doing absolutely nothing. I don't want to just sit around and wait either, so I guess I'll join up with one of them. All Shuichi. Let's see. Shuichi should be at the volleyball section, and that is... Ah, there he is. I find Shuichi holding a volleyball, tossing it between his hands and giving it a few squeezes. Too soft. Hey, what are you up to? Shopping for my birthday gift? Oh, sure. Your birthday's in 3 months, and yet here I am shopping for a gift already. Aww. And you want to make sure to buy it early so you won't run the risk of them running out of stock. How nice. He puts the ball back on its pedestal and grabs a hold of another one. For real though, what are you doing? Trying to find a new ball. My old one is a bit worn. Why don't you pick a random one? Not like you get to play with your own ball during matches. Exactly. That's why I'm trying to find something as close to standard issue as possible. If I get used to a ball that's too light or too heavy, it'll mess with my game. Plus, there's always the matter of durability. What's even the point if you only practice at school either way? Well, I need to have a practice partner to train my setups. Unfortunately, this store doesn't sell practice partners. It does, however, sell balls, which I can at least use to practice my serve. You know, you should stop refining your serve already. That thing's scary enough as it is. He shrugs. I figure I'm already golden on the accuracy front, but my serve isn't really all that potent yet. You kidding? Your arm's a freaking cannon. Can't hurt to improve. Me scoring a ton of service aces can't end up hurting our chances in the inter-high. Are you sure you're not trying to do everything on your own? Now you're trying to score all the points by yourself. Not all the points, just as many as I can. You say potato, I say potato. He chuckles, giving me a small pat on the back. Don't worry, I promise I'm not biting off more than I can chew. It's just that practicing is fun. For you, at least. It's always a wonder seeing how many players come out of from your court barely able to walk after you handle practice. Oh, come on. It's not fair. I'm not that strict on them. Didn't you have 4 first years quitting on the first week this year? Well... Look. I won't say anything, okay? Just try to match up to your teammates' pace before you end up killing someone. Will do. Oh, hey, this ball is pretty close to what I want. He never changes, does he? Are we all set? Everyone got what they needed? Yep. Yeah. I wasn't really looking for anything. Well, good. And we're all done with the shopping. Just in time, too. How about we head to the diner? Oh, good. I was starting to get really hungry. No wonder, it's almost 1 p.m. Plus, we've been walking around for a while. I wonder how full the diner must be right now. It's lunchtime on a Saturday. I think it's safe to assume the place will be packed. No problem. I texted Saya a while ago and asked her to save us a seat right around 1 p.m. But we have to get there soon. Don't want her to get in trouble with her bosses for it. You're craftier than I gave you credit for, Arata. Glad you're finally taking note of my talents. Oh, please. Any 5-year-old with a cell phone could have done that. Could have, should have, would have, didn't. Can we please just hurry to the diner? I really don't like being outside in the crowd. Oh God, not this again. June's tail is lashing rapidly from one side to the other, and I can see him slowly walking over towards me. My arm is still recovering from the last death grip. Okay, people, hurry up. This is a matter of life or death. The diner is completely packed, with the waitresses running around to try and serve all customers in a timely manner. No matter how hard I look, I can't find Saya or an empty seat. Wah! Damn, I knew it'd be full, but I wasn't expecting it to be like this. Ah, there you are. Saya shows up from behind a huge group of people and hurries to us. I've got to give it to her. She moves very gracefully among all the stacks of chairs. Yo, Saya-chan. Any luck saving us a table? Of course I got one. It's close to the back, though. It was the only way to keep new customers from taking it. Come on, follow me. Saya guides us through a giant labyrinth of chairs and people. Walking through this mess is a lot harder than she makes it seem. I almost trip on someone's tail or feet or chair quite a few times. It's hard to avoid bumping into others. We reach a small table for 4 right next to the entrance to the kitchen and are seated. Saya doesn't waste her time pulling out a notepad to take our order. Hello, masters. Thank you for joining us today. Sorry about the wait, tee. Do you guys know what you want to order? Okay, this was funny the first time, but it's gotten old already. Please don't do that. Agreed. Aw, I like it. It's weird to see Mizuguchi-san talking like that. It just doesn't fit the image I have of her in my mind. Saya's entire body relaxes as she takes a deep sigh. Oh, Christ, thank God. My face is already tired from all this smiling. So, do you guys know what you'll have? Please choose quickly, though. My boss only let me hold the table empty for 15 minutes because I promised her I'd get you guys in and served as fast as bunnily possible. Well, I guess since we don't have much time to be picky, I'll just go with a regular burger and fries. Same here. It's been a while since the last time I ate a good burger. Same for me. Wow, so much for originality. Give me a burger and fries, too. All right, thanks for the help, guys. I'll come by to ask about drinks when the burgers are close to coming out. Sure. Thanks for saving us a table. You got it. Be right back. Saya takes a few seconds to breathe in and turns her moe act back on, walking into the crowd of awaiting patrons. Well, can't say she's not good at her job. Yep. I was expecting her to be a comically useless waitress, but she's actually very competent. Could do without the act, though. You mean you don't like the maid, Sue? That's so mean of you, Master. What? June suddenly tries to imitate the same cute act that Saya had been employing. Destructive power is off the charts. You're pretty good at this too, Jun-kun. Maybe you've got talent for this job. You should definitely be a maid. What? But I'm a guy! Just imagine how cute you'd look in a maid costume. Ah, pervert! I'm sitting with a huge pervert! Oh, shut up. I'm just kidding. Really? You swear? Yes. I promise that I'm not picturing you in a maid costume. Okay. I totally am, though. It's good. It's too good to ignore. By the way, do any of you know when the Lunar Festival is going to be held this year? June. Why? My father and his usual eccentricity. He decided to buy a booth area for this year's festival and wants me to tend to it. What? Why would he do that? I told one of the female servants that one of my friends is also a maid at a cafe and that somehow got reported to my father. And for some reason that's beyond me, He says I too should have an experience with customer service. To keep you humble, he said. That's not a bad idea, actually. The reasoning is all over the place, but it's not a bad idea. It sounds interesting enough. You think he'll actually go through with it? Who knows? My father jumps from idea to idea with no rhyme or reason. He'll likely be on a completely different, albeit equally weird venture by this time tomorrow. He can't really be all that bad. He once bought a pair of mustache glasses and started wearing them around the house for a month. No reason for it. He just said he wanted to try a new style. Okay, so he's a bit peculiar. Nothing bad about that. If you say so. I just don't like getting involved in his crazy ideas. He makes the weirdest purchases and investments I've ever seen. Don't they always work, though? I've read a few magazine articles about him that said he'd buy stocks and investments no one else would because they were clearly failing, only for the market to turn around and for it to become hugely popular. Yeah, that actually happened. My father's business sense is scary, to say the least. I don't even question him on his purchases anymore, because somehow he always seems to be right. Maybe it's insider trading. I actually thought that too, but it wouldn't really make sense. He's way too random for it to be that. Maybe he just acts weird to throw people off his track. If that's true, then he's a goddamned evil mastermind. Hey, Urishihara. I just realized something. You've never talked about your mother before. There's not much to talk about. She was a common woman who used to work for my father's company and got involved with him. When she got pregnant with me, he sent her away to take care of me by herself. His wife divorced him and he didn't find a new one, so he ended up taking me in when I was a little to inherit the company. Of course, that all means nothing if he has another son. In that case, I'd just be cast out and the new kid would inherit everything. Oh, wow, that's awful. Your father actually told you he'd do that? Not really, but it was implicit. Plus, it's not like I care either way. I never wanted to take over his company in the first place. Well, you certainly seem nonchalant about it. So I guess that's our thing now. We share stories about our fucked up households. Why don't you tell us yours then? I've never heard you talk about your father. Did he skip out on you? How about we avoid the depressing conversations for now? This isn't exactly dinner table conversation. All I know about it is that you basically raised your brother yourself, didn't you? You're just ignoring me. Yeah, since my dad wasn't around, I took care of Aki whenever Mom wasn't home. Hey, don't you start ignoring me too. Sorry, Shuichi, I'm fine though. Honestly, it's not like it was a bad thing either. Aki and I are really close thanks to it. You mean to say that you're a super bro-con, right? Ew, don't say that. Just hearing those words coming out of your mouth makes me queasy. Sure. I haven't met your brother yet. Oh, Aki? You'd like him. Total opposite of this lazy bum. And nowadays it's hard to tell which one is the older brother. Shut up. You can clearly tell I'm the oldest. Yeah, sure. I'm pretty sure your brother takes up after your mom. Super responsible and mature. I have a hard time believing he's a 12-year-old. Plus, Aki's hella cute. He's definitely going to be a heartbreaker when he's older. God, I hope not. He's too nice for that. Says one of the nicest guys I've ever met, who's also broken more hearts than I have won. Well... What do you mean? Yuichi-san is a heartbreaker? Ah, that's right. I sometimes forget you're new. Yuichi-san doesn't know how to say no to people he's not familiar with. He's got this stupid desire to please strangers. And he's also pretty popular with the girls to boot. He basically gets asked out by a girl, can't say no, dates her for a couple of weeks, slowly stops talking to her and answering her until she breaks up with him. Classic modus operandi. That's not. The frightening part is that he still gets girls confessing to him despite him having a reputation as a player. A very ill-gained one at that. I am most certainly not a player. Not just the girls, either. He had a guy confess to him once last year. Whoa, did you go out with him, too? What? No. Of course not. I turned him down flat out. I actually saw the confession. You hesitated. Of course I hesitated. Didn't you get the memo? I can't say no to people. I have a strong urge to slap these two for laughing at me like this. What's up, June? Oh, it's just that it sounds a little unfair. What do you mean? For the girls who confess to you. Having you say yes to them should mean you feel the same. So if you accept their feelings only to slowly cut off contact until they break up with you, it sounds like you're dealing more damage than you would if you just said no. I hadn't thought of it like that. That's because you never think things through. I told you multiple times that you should start turning them down, but you didn't listen. Well, at least it gives you something to think about. Yeah. Oh god, what have I done? Hey guys, I'm back. Oh, Yuichi, what's wrong with your face? I was born with it. No, not that. You look upset. Did something happen? Well, Oh, no, wait. I don't have time to chat. We're packed up. Sorry, I'll talk to you later. I just came by to ask about your drinks. What do you guys have? You guys suck. Again, sorry, but we're really busy right now. Anyways, drinks. You guys having them? Well, those burgers were actually pretty good. Even though the place was jam-packed, the kitchen still managed to get our food out in record time. I also need to give Saya props for how well she deals with everything. Her service is excellent even when the house is full. I told you before, the food here is excellent. That's why I come here so often. Sure, that's why. Mizoguchi-san should be out any minute now, right? And she hasn't shown up in the front of the house for a while now. I think she's gone back to the back to have her lunch and leave. Well, either way, we've already finished eating, so we shouldn't hold this table if we're not going to order anything more. That's true. Let's just pay the bill and wait out front. We vacate our table and make our way to the cashier table to make our payment. Make it up to you, Miki. Don't worry about it so much, Sai-chan. You've covered for me a bunch more times, and I never did anything to thank you for it. Sayara's already here by the time we arrive. She spots us approaching and smiles at us. Oh, hey guys. You about done? Yep. We were coming over to pay the bill. Oh, sure. Miki, their table totaled 58.50 yen. Alright, thanks, Sai-chan. Whoa, you got our table memorized? I have all my tables memorized. I'm an excellent at my job, after all. Saya has great memory, so it's no wonder. Let me handle payment, you guys. Just pay me back later. Shuichi walks up to the cashier and starts chatting with her. So, what do you guys have planned for today? I canceled a shift for it, so it better be good. Shuichi didn't tell you? We're going to the park to watch the cherry blossoms. Oh, flower seeing, how romantic. It'd have been a lot better if we had made a picnic, though. Sure. Eat whilst a bunch of flower petals fall on your food and drinks. Talk about romantic. Poo-poo, you're such a spoilsport, Kei-chan. Don't call me Kei-chan. Anyway, I like it. It sounds like it'll be fun. No, it doesn't. Oh, shut up. You're dead inside anyway. Jeez, I'm not even allowed to have an opinion anymore. Okay, all done. You guys ready to go? Yeah, either way. Outside the diner, a comfortable breeze blows. I close my eyes and enjoy the comfortable wind ruffling my fur. This really is a godsend in this particularly hot day. Ah! Yuu notices it too, letting his fur flutter against the wind. Well, the weather sure took a nice turn all of a sudden. It's the world telling us it likes our plans. Well, I certainly don't mind Whoa! Someone comes running off the street and bumps into me. Whoa! Careful! Shuichi reacts fast and grabs me before I can fall to the ground. The other person isn't as lucky. Hey, watch where you're going, will you? Ow, ow, ow. Fallen on the ground is a small Akita girl, rubbing her back with a painful expression on her face. Are you alright? Here, let me help. Sai extends a helping hand and the girl takes hold of it, propping herself up. Thanks. And you, watch where you're going. What if I gotten seriously hurt? What? But You're the one who should watch it. What are you doing running around in the middle of the street? Of course you're gonna bump into someone. You should be the one apologizing. What? But I'm so much smaller than he... Ah! As soon as her eyes focus on me, they go wide. You! Her expression immediately turns sharp and she points at me with a yell. You know her? Not that I recall. Wow, I can't believe I'd run into you here. Talk about an interesting turn of it. What voice do I give him? Mikiko, wait! Another Akita runs towards us from the crowd. He stops dead in his tracks when he sees the girl and walks up to her with a look of concern. Damn it, Mikiko. I told you not to go running off on your own. What if you ended up bumping up... Oh, were you talking to someone? Are these people you know? Not really. Your friend there came running and crashed into my friend here. What? Jeez, Mikiko. I told you this was gonna happen. Whatever. Look! Look who it is! She points at me, euphoric. I have to take a step back because her finger nearly jabs me in the face. Whoa, careful there. The boy follows her pointing finger, and as soon as his eyes fall on my face... Ah! See? What did I tell you? I'm sorry, what the hell is going on here? The boy seems to completely ignore me. Oof. I never thought I'd run into you in the middle of the street. I've wanted to meet you in person for the longest time. You're a lot bigger than I thought you'd be. Though I guess that makes sense. Do you guys know Yuichi from somewhere? I sure do. He's been my idol for the longest time. Can't wait to meet you again. That's gonna be loads of fun. I wish I could stay and chat, but we're actually late. Come on, Mikiko, we have to hurry. But aren't you gonna do a declaration of war or something? Don't be silly, there's no need for that. See you at the end of the month. See you at the end of the month, Michimiya-san. Bye. He grabs the girl's wrist and drags her along the crowd as she kicks and protests. Wait, I didn't get your name. Well, that was odd. You think it was someone who knew about you as a tennis player? It had to be. There's no other logical explanation for what happened. What just happened isn't logical no matter how you try to explain it. Ah! We all jump up in surprise as we hear Kei-kun shouting from behind us. Once he knows this is our reaction, he quickly apologizes. Oh, sorry, but that doesn't matter right now. I knew that guy was familiar to me. You know Urashihara-san? Yeah, I do. He's a rising star in the world of tennis. 1 year younger than me, so he should be a first year in high school by now. He was an unknown until 2 years ago, so I'm not surprised you haven't heard of him. Oh, So when he said, see you at the end of the month, he must have meant the prefecturals. Yeah, it must have been that. His name is Yuuya Kokonose. Kokonose? To say he's a genius is to put it mildly. He's the sort of guy who plays completely by instinct. There's not real logic behind what he does. And he adapts to everything you do crazy fast, too. He's the sort of player I hate playing against the most. Huh. That description reminds me of someone, actually. Shuichi looks at me. Keisuke and Saya follow his gaze, nodding along. Fits the bill spot on, I must say. Yeah, he's definitely very similar to Yuichi-san. The biggest difference between you two is that his style is more... explosive? I don't really know how to put it. Even if you don't focus too much on strategy, you're still always trying to come up with a way to avoid your opponent's strengths and play to their weaknesses. He doesn't. He willingly plays against them in their own game to let himself adapt. And he's crazy fast, too. You can be completely crushing him one game and then get the tables completely reversed on you in the next one. I played against him 3 times and haven't won once. You think he'd be trouble for Yuichi if they ended up playing each other? It's hard to say. If he's still the same way he was 2 years ago when I last played him, I'd say no, but I doubt he is. Shuichi puts a hand on my shoulder. Well, I guess that just means you have one more rival to worry about. As if I didn't have enough already. He gives me a reassuring smile, though it doesn't really do much to take my mind off of it. Yuuya Kokonose, huh? A player just like me. If we end up playing each other, that might end up as an interesting twist of fate. Not that I believe in those things, of course. Guys? Yeah. Don't we still have to take a train to the park? Does it have a fixed schedule? Oh, shit, that's right. Come on, we're gonna have to run to the station. What? But No buts or we're gonna lose it. Didn't what just happened teach you guys anything about running in the street? Thank the gods for warm water. A good bath is all I needed today. God, how my bed looks inviting right now. Sheesh. I feel drained even though we didn't do much today. Well, I guess we ended up running around a lot. Aniki, I found the videos you asked me to look for. Thanks, Aki. I'll be down in just a second. No rest for the wicked, I suppose. Aki's on the couch, fiddling around with the laptop and plugging it into the TV. What's with the sudden interest in other players? I ran into the guy in the street today, and one of my friends told me he might be trouble, so I just got curious. Well, from what I saw in the video, I don't think he will, but then again, the video's from last year. He turns on the TV, and it immediately opens to a pause video of a tennis court. The quality isn't all that great, but then again, this was taken from a phone. He presses the play button as the screen comes to life. In it, I see the image from behind a certain Akita as he runs around returning all of his opponent's shots. Go you! Yuuya, you can do it! Yu-kun, we love you! You can't go out with me! Whoa, he seems to be insanely popular. He reminds me a bit of you, actually. His style is very similar, too. I can see that. I guess he wasn't kidding when he said I was his idol. Did he base his playstyle around imitating mine, or is it just a coincidence? Well, either way, I don't think there's much for you to worry about. He's good, but his shots lack power. He's not as precise and his footwork is crude. When did you become an expert on the subject? Oh, please. I've been watching you since I was a kid. Of course I can tell the difference between the imitation and the real thing. Huh. Still, something about this guy bothers me, but I can't quite put my finger on it. Well, you can stay here watching the vid if you want. I'm going out with friends tomorrow morning, so I'm crashing early. Good night. Yeah, night, Aki. I run my hand around his head, ruffling his fur. He gives me a warm smile and goes back upstairs. Why do you make me feel so uneasy? Well, I guess I don't have much to gain from staring at this video. As Aki pointed out, his style is basically a carbon copy of mine, taking down a few pegs. I don't see any reason to worry, and yet I turn off the TV and the laptop. Guess I'm off to bed. A little bit of a shorter one this time, but it's nice to end on a new day. Very convenient. 30 minutes is fine. So, anyways, as always, thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!